So today I just want to share my experience and what I have learned about waking up early and some tips and tricks that I use to wake up early. So I just want to mention something that is it's very different to you have to wake up early. For example, you need to go to work or you need to go to school. You in those situations you have to you don't have a choice. So this video is not for those situations. This video is for the people who have the freedom to wake up at wherever time they choose to. So you need to have really great discipline to wake up at the same time every day. So the first tip that I would say it's that you have to have a reason to wake up. If you don't have a reason to wake up, why should you wake up, or why should you you could wake up. Let me explain. You could wake up one day or 2 days in a row, but you find yourself after like just b- going back to the old times when you wake up late. So I think this is the most important thing is that you have to have a reason to wake up. You have to have something that you look at that motivate you. Obviously, you can't rely on motivation because some days you won't be motivated. I say that most of the days I don't want to do something, but I still do it. I say that almost all days I do something because I do what I have to do, no matter how I feel. That's called discipline. Discipline discipline is really important. And I think waking up at the same time every day it's a good way to build discipline. So that's the first point. You need to have a reason. You need to have a reason to wake up. So let me give you an example. Let's imagine that you choose to wake up at 6 a.m., right? And you wake up like 3 days in a row, right? But the fourth day you why I'm waking up that early, or your brain will make an excuse or something like that. Now I'm saying that this is really important. This is a really good tip. You need to have a reason. And I'm going to do a video about goals next next video, or wherever I'm going to do a video. And about goals is that you have to have why you want X goal. So if you want to make 10,000 per month, you need to have a why, a strong why you want to make that money, because you could be really disciplined, you could have the most discipline, but will reach one day that you give up because you don't know why you are suffering that much. So I think, yes, this is the first tip that really helped me to waking up at one time specifically at every day without failing, is that you need to have a reason. Why are you waking up? So you wake up at 7 a.m. Let me clear, this is on you you can choose the time. So that you need to have really great discipline to waking up early. So I'm really repeating this point because it's really important. I think this is the most important point. Is that you have to have a reason, a really great reason. If you don't have a reason to wake up early, why you could wake up early for 1 week in a row? You can't have that discipline, but after you will eventually give up because there is no point. You know. I think that's it. That's the first point. So the second tip I'm going to give you is that the first week, the first days will be the hardest. After you passed 1 week, 2 weeks, you start to build momentum and you start actually enjoying waking up early. I say that if you passed the 2 weeks period, you are fine because after 2 weeks, you really integrate a habit into your life. I would say that if you can't wake up at the same time. Now I'm thinking about this is very easy to wake up at the same time every day. It's really easy. If you can't do that, like how the hell are you going to do something actually difficult in your life? Something actual that have something really difficult. Because waking up at the same time, it's not hard. It's really easy if you compare with a lot of it's with a lot of things. So I would say that you need to have a reason. The first tip, I would say that uh the first days are the hardest. The first week after it gets really easier. Okay, so I would say the last tip that really helped me. I think the first tip and I think this if you implement these three tips, I think that's it. It's really easy to wake up. If you really implement the first tip, why the reason why are you waking up, why are you doing the work, the reason why you are doing certain things, because it gets easier if you have a really reason, if you have a really great reason, if you have a really meaningful reason. I think that's become a lot easier. The second tip, just to rephrase it, and is because it's not a tip, it's not a trick, it's a tip, it's an observation. It's that the first days are the hardest, the first week are still hard are still hard, but after that you start to building momentum and it gets a lot easier, I would say. And the third tip, I would say that it's really important. The second most important thing is your identity. So if you view yourself as a person who is undisciplined, a person who is lazy, a person who get up late, you will eventually get up late and be undisciplined. You need to change your identity. And you change your identity. So, identity is a set of beliefs or as what you think to yourself everyone has their own identity unconsciously, but if you think it through, you will know what you are. And I was just say to change your identity, to say that you're disciplined, start create a document about your identity. Like I put mine is my name, um, Marcos identity. That's my name. I put that, and I put some beliefs that would help me grow my business and help me in general and help me to face some problems that I am having and struggling in my life. So and how you integrate a new belief to your life. That's the question. So a lot of people says that you just need to say it, like I'm really disciplined, but that could work. But I think the best way to set an identity and integrate it the fastest possible is that you see a visualization, uh, ma- uh, you see a visualization. How would it feels to be, for example, really disciplined? How would it feels? You close your eyes and you really imagine how would it feel to to be really disciplined, and to really imagine, to really say to yourself like, I'm really disciplined. I am not that person who wake up late. I'm not that person. I'm the person who wake up early, who don't procrastinate, who is really disciplined. And when you start really doing this, you don't want to see as you don't want to be seen as X identity. Like, for example, if you say that, if you implement the visualization, the repeating the words, and really saying to yourself, I'm not that person. I'm not the person who procrastinates. I'm not that type of person. I'm not the type of person that is really disciplined, extremely disciplined, that do the things that you are supposed to, no matter how you feel. And that's the easiest way to change something about yourself, is to change your belief. Obviously you can't just say it and visualize it. You need to act in you need to act in accordance to your belief. Like, for example, you say that you are really disciplined. So you need to be really disciplined. You need to do you need to do things in your day that you don't want to do, and then you will start integrating and implementing this new belief. I would say that, let me resume because this is a bit confused. This video is unscripted, basically. So, the first thing, create a document with your set of beliefs that you need to change to grow your business, grow something in your life, or just a belief that you're struggling and you need to fix it, right? So that's that. That's the first step. The second step is to repeat it, repeat it through the day, repeat it, really think to yourself, close your eyes, visualize how would it feel to have that identity, that new belief that you want to have it. Set that, visualize it, repeat it, and the third step is starting acting in accordance to that new belief. And what I mean is that if you want to be extremely disciplined. You need to do things in your day that you don't want to do. That's simple. And you do that for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and bam, you got that new belief. Repeating the 3 tips that help me to wake up early every single day at the same time. So the first tip is you have to have a reason. You need to have something meaningful. You have to have something that you look up, and a reason that you, when you wake up, you see it, you think it, and why it why it matter, why should you wake up at that time, right? The second observation, it's not a tip, is that the first days, the first week are the hardest. Then you start building momentum, and it gets a lot easier. And the third is the identity that I just explained to you guys. So I hope you find this video helpful. I hope that you implement these steps, and bye guys.